Mr. Baumhauer, please have a seat. Oh, you're already seated. Okay. Ted.
Ted, sure.
Yeah, and may I call you Ted?
Sure.
Okay, and what do your friends call you?
The ones I like call me Ted.
Okay, so you might say we're friends by virtue of the fact that I can call you Ted.
For the purposes of this interview, sure.
Excellent. Now, Ted, certain parties associated with Red Tie Variety, your employer, have requested that I sit you down for, let's call it, an informal chat about exactly what you'll be bringing to the Pittsburgh Fringe Festival 2021. So like I say, this is a very informal chat. Your future doesn't depend on it in the slightest. First, make yourself comfortable. Are you comfortable?
As much as could be expected.
Well done. So specifically what I've been tasked with is exploring your most recent venture on behalf of Red Tie, entitled Almost Magic. So we need to take a few minutes and dig deep into this so we can understand better exactly what it is that you intend to present. How have you been this week?
It's almost magic. I've been good.
Good. And how's this week been?
The week is so far has been good. It's Monday. I finished teaching a juggling class this morning at local college here in Rochester, New York.
Excellent, excellent. Now, until 1949, we're told, juggling and magic were considered one and the same, according to press materials released on your behalf.
True.
It is my, I won't say unfortunate task, but it is my responsibility to ask, can you go into more detail on that?
Sure, I'd be happy to. Back in that year, there was a meeting convened in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, interestingly enough, of the IBM. And it was at that meeting of the IBM that the jugglers broke away and said, we've had enough of these magicians hiding their tricks. And from that moment on, the International Jugglers Association was no longer part of the International Brotherhood of Magicians at that IBM meeting.
I see. Now, let's talk about how you fit into this schema particularly. I'm told that your show, Almost Magic, will be appearing as part of the Pittsburgh Virtual Fringe this year, 2021, free of charge.
That is true. All I'm asking for is if you liked it, or even if you didn't like it, feel free to contribute to the Pittsburgh Fringe Fest, because we'd like to keep this thing going.
I see. Now, if that's the case, and your show can be found via a link at pittsburghvirtualfringe.com, how do you expect to turn profit here?
Well, I guess I'm not going to be turning a profit. I'm sort of, I guess you would say, giving it away for the good of Pittsburgh Fringe Fest. They were down there a couple of years ago, and I had a very good fringe 2 years ago. Last year it was virtual also, but 2 years ago I was down there and got to see some friends of mine, and we had some very fun shows there. So I guess this is my way of giving back.
Excellent. Now, I did have to make a note that we will not be recouping a profit on behalf of Red Tie Variety, but your cause does seem appropriately noble. But I have to ask,
Yes.
what can audience members expect to see if this is a free show?
The thing about it is I just can't help myself, whether it's a free show or whether the audience is paying. I just do the best thing I can. And this show is different for me. I have to admit, being a juggler and not a magician, it has been a learning experience for me. So it's almost magic. So there are attempts at magic in there. And I have to say that sometimes with the juggling, even I look at some of the things that happen after 20 plus years of juggling, and it seems almost magical to me. So I think the audience can expect some of that, some surprises along the way. Even some audience participation, which might be a little bit hard to do in virtual, but I think I found a way around it, that I can get the whole audience involved and maybe test your mental capabilities a little bit, as a juggler does. Jugglers manage multiple things at the same time, and I'll attempt to do that with the audience. And so I ask that you play along. I'm going to ask you to do that, and even maybe teach you a trick or two, which, if you're going to watch a show, it comes towards the end of the show and you know what's going to happen. I'm by trade a teacher, so I like to teach things. There's a challenge here, and it's to get the ping pong ball out of the wine glass.
Mr. Baumhauer, that's very simple. You just turn the glass over.
But you can't turn the glass over to get the ping pong ball. Oh, and you can't drop the glass either to get it out.
Okay, I was going to say that. So no dropping, no turning the glass over. Got it.
No turning the glass over. You can't quickly drop the glass or pull it down. You have to get it out, and it takes great concentration to be able to do this. You have to be able to focus on the rim of the wine glass. I hope you didn't miss it. It was quick.
Ooh. Okay, well, oh my.
Do that at your next family reunion and see what happens.
I am, I do need one moment here. Now, one final question. We've talked about the historical perspective here. Now I'm inclined to ask, on a personal note, what do you feel personally is the fundamental difference between juggling and magic?
Oh, that's easy. You can't buy a juggling trick. Oh, magicians are going to so hate that.
Well, it all seems to tie up quite nicely indeed. So, Ted.
Yes, Ian.
I feel we bonded here even further than we had previously. I feel that audiences coming to see your show will leave feeling they can also call you Ted. I will recommend this for a follow-up interview. So you will be hearing from myself or someone in my organization on behalf of Red Tie Variety sometime in the future, of course. But in the meantime, I do want to remind anyone who has downloaded this video to watch. Of course, it is for educational purposes only, and that also they can find out more at pittsburghvirtualfringe.com. Ted, any final thoughts you'd like to share?
Hey, stop by, see the show, have a great time, and throw a few dollars at the Pittsburgh Fringe Fest. We want to keep it going. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ted.